Now, if this girl isn't cocky, then I don't know what is, all right? In my last video, Anthony Quinn 1808 asked, can you do a video on how to draw a cocky expression? Yes. Yes, I can. So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be mastering those confidence marks like a pro. So we'll do a search for a cocky definition. And okay, so according to collinsdictionary.com, cocky basically means confident, arrogant, brash. And look at this. Someone who is cocky is so confident and sure of their abilities that they annoy other people. So in other words, cocky is extreme confidence turned up to 11. What are we going to do next? Let's find a real life example. We can find, so who can we find that is overly confident, arrogant, and brash? Search Donald Trump. All right, yeah, now we have more reference materials for cock expressions than we could possibly want. I'm going to grab one of these images and let's analyze it. You look at the face, you want to pick out the things that stand out the most as far as like what he's doing and his emotion and things like that, okay? So the first thing I notice is his head is tilted back, all right? So one head tilted back, he's got a goofy smile, and his eyes are narrowed more than they would naturally be. So I'm going to take these 3 points and I'm going to draw something with it. What I would highly recommend doing is copy the reference. I feel like you learn less. When I started noticing a huge improvement for myself learning the draw is whenever I was learning from a reference, I would draw something similar, but not the same thing. And that seemed like it really helped me understand the material better because you have to kind of invent it a little bit. And all I did here was I used a box to block in his face, or his head rather, and I added a slight tilt so you can see the bottom of it. If you need help understanding proportions, definitely check out my videos on drawing heads. So I'm going to add some details in here that really don't pertain to drawing a smug look. I'm just getting the suit in there. And right, his ears. Make sure that it's clear that his head is upturned, got his goofy mouth, and I'm going to draw some narrow eyes, but I'm going to tilt him a little bit. They kind of feel a little droopy, but I feel like that'll add character. But you can see that he's tilting his head back. I'm going to push the eyebrows closer together. That will add a little bit more confident look. You just make sure you're not making it look angry. So maybe a little more relaxed. And you can already see it. Like this guy looks smug and I want to punch him in the face. That is the goal. I want to take that smug look and kind of like translate it to something else. When you're doing this, if nothing else, remember the main things that you learned. So in this instance, the narrowed eyes, the head tilted back, and then like the kind of goofy looking grin. And make sure you get those 3 points at a bare minimum. If you want to try to add other stuff, that's good. I think experimenting is awesome. That's how I learn anyways. And let's see, I'll just use some hatching to kind of build some shadow. And I'm really just adding more details here. But if you've reached this point, you could stop because you've already accomplished your goal where you've made someone that looks smug. Let's draw another one, but differently. When I think of cocky, the first thing that comes to my mind is a smug grin with a raised eyebrow. So what would that look like? Another three-quarter view. I'm going to outline his face in details here. So remember, my main point was I wanted to give him kind of like one cocked raised eyebrow. Probably still do the narrow eyes. That seems to be a strong characteristic of someone that looks cocky or smug. I'm going to do some hatching here to give him a beard and also help show that you can see the bottom. I don't want to get too detailed with the hair here. And I hope that I'm conveying, I think I could convey it maybe better, but the eyebrow is slightly raised. If you raise it too high, he's going to look confused. I don't want him to look confused. I want him to look like he's really confident. I want his confidence to be turned up to 11, right? And all these extra lines are just details to make him look more realistic. And if you look closely, what I'm drawing, it's mostly just like random squiggles and hatches. And then maybe with some shading. So here we go. We got a confident guy. I think I'll do a girl next. Add some shadow underneath his chin. Even if I don't plan on finishing a piece, I tend to always draw the shadow underneath the chin because it helps show the head more. It's just so much easier that way. All right, and this guy doesn't actually feel cocky to me. He looks a little angry. So what we can do, I believe it's his mouth. I'm going to give his mouth a little bit more of an upturn, kind of like a smirk, and emphasize that one side. Now he feels a lot more confident instead of, okay, now I'm mad at you kind of thing. And as you can see, just like that subtle change when he went from angry to overconfident and smug like that. All right, so I'm drawing this girl. I'm just going to go really quickly here. Set up her ear. Pulling heads, you always want to draw the neck so that the head doesn't feel like it's floating. Do some simple hair in here. And I'm basically doing the same thing that I did with the guys, that it's just a girl now. So I'm adding like eyelashes to the eyes, making them more bigger. Adding more detail to the eyes themselves. And just with this expression of just the eyes, she really feels confident to me. And a big part of that is the eyebrow. And then I did that upward slash that I talked about in the disgusting video where you can make the character look squinting. I did the same thing as the previous drawing where I like upturned one side of the mouth. And she just looks like she's really confident in that she will mess you up. And that's what we're going for. You can even do, this is kind of a design choice because I know I'm not trying to make her look smug. So I'm doing spiky hair because spikes are more dangerous, kind of messy, spiky, but that's not really necessary. I hope you're getting some ideas for your own characters. Now, if this girl isn't cocky, then I don't know what is, all right? Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Turn on notifications for more drawing tutorials coming your way. Until next time, keep creating, stay confident. Bye for now.